Hey Aquarius, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for July 2016. I'd like to find out what advice the universe has for Aquarius for July 2016. What would the universe like to tell Aquarius for July 2016? Okay, Aquarius. Looks like we got some answers coming pretty quick. I'm going to draw 5 cards. There are 5 Saturdays in the month of July, so I'm going to draw a card for each week. Last card representing the final week as well as the outcome. First card is the Chariot. Chariot representing the first week of July 2016. Second card for the second week is, you can see that, 5 of Pentacles. And that is for the second week, July 2016. For the third week, we have the Magician reversed. It's for the third week in July. For the fourth week, we've got the Emperor upright. That's for the fourth week. And for the fifth week, Aquarius, you've got the Judgment card. Now, the first thing I want to say right off the bat is that out of 5 cards, there are 4 major arcana here, and that is some powerful stuff. Aquarius, July seems to be a very big month for you. There is a lot of it looks like a lot of karmic things going on here. Some major life lessons with the major arcana. These are things that cannot be changed. You gotta just go with it and either enjoy the ride or work through it the best way you can, because you can't manipulate major arcana. You can't change them. You just have to go with it. Aquarius, as I look at these cards, I don't know if I can actually read them chronologically. Okay, let's just see what happens. Now, like I said, in the first week, we've got the Chariot. And the Chariot is about movement. In its upright position, this is about moving forward. If you've been working on some things and you have maybe been feeling stuck, you can't progress, the Chariot is saying that now there will be movement into the direction that you're trying to go. This is about getting past things, and this is about, I feel like, overcoming struggles, getting past blocks that you may have had in particular situations. And Aquarius, I take this doesn't necessarily seem like a relationship reading to me. Um, this seems to me to be about more about success in your career and your life as a whole. So, and I don't see this as having to do with one-on-one relationships. I see this as having to do with groups, maybe large groups of people. So, as I said before, maybe you were feeling stuck, unable to progress, and now with this first part of July, you started to move. You started to advance in whatever it is that you've had going on. And when I said earlier that it seems like it may be hard for me to read this chronologically, in the second week of July, you've got the Five of Pentacles. And in the third week, the Magician reversed. And then in the fourth week, the Emperor. And with the exception, and we have the Judgment in the last week, but I'm not going to deal with the Judgment card just yet. With those three cards, with the Five of Pentacles and the Magician reversed and the Emperor, what that is saying to me is that as you start to move forward, you've got rule over maybe a group or an organization, the community. You are the authority figure. You've learned a lot, and with the Chariot and your movement, you've gained a lot of wisdom, which now gives you quite the authority as the Emperor. This is a man who looks like he has really come through life and learned some very valuable, serious lessons, things that give him the legitimacy of being an authoritarian. The things that he has come through has brought him here into one of the highest leadership roles. Somebody who's looked up to and respected, somebody who has governed or reigned over, like I said, a group, a community, maybe something even larger than, just that, maybe larger than the community. But it looks like maybe there is, with the Magician reversed, with the magician has the ability to manifest anything that comes into his vision. Upright, as you can see, if he was upright, he has his sword or his tool, I'm not sure that's a sword, that he's got pointed up to the heavens. And then he's got one hand that is pointed down to the earth. And what this says is that he can channel power from the heavens and bring them into manifestation here on earth. He can make these things go from metaphysical to tangible, and he's got all the tools that he needs right there in front of him. He's got his sword, he's got his cup, he's got his pentacle. And I'm sorry, that is, and this is his wand. So he's got all four tools, all representing earth, wind, fire, and water. And he's got the infinity symbol above his head, which means that he could manifest these things into his life to continue on and on and on and on. But reversed, his tools, he loses his tools, he loses his vision, or he becomes manipulative or cocky, or he becomes a liar, he becomes a charlatan, he becomes the con artist, because now he's channeling from earth. He's going backwards. He's bringing things from earth and hoping, it seems like, to the heavens that he can manifest these things. But any longer, these are not things that are coming from the higher power. Now what he's doing is, it's greed. It's all about tangible things. It's all about earthly desires, and this is not about higher consciousness anymore for the magician in reverse. So what I'm getting at is that you've got somebody who has movement in whatever it is that they're doing. They have advancement in whatever that it is that they're doing in life, and they are the authority on that particular project, concept, idea, vision, whatever that is that they have got movement in. But maybe they got some stinking thinking. Instead of coming from a higher place, they're only concerned about material things, material possessions, earthly desires, money, sex, property. And what's going to happen is, with that, because remember, you're moving and shaking, and you've got authority, you've got this power, you've got this rule, and then you've got the ability to manifest whatever it is that you vision. But your visions don't seem to be very pure. And I'm not saying, Aquarius, that you're not a pure person. I'm just saying that maybe in this instance you're thinking far more about material things and helping yourself than helping the community. Instead of giving back to the community or the crowd or the group, or whatever it is that you have this authority and this power over, you are using that in the reverse. Maybe you are using deceptiveness within the group or the community to get what you need, to get the earthly tangible possessions or money, or whatever it is that satisfies you here on the earthly realm. You are getting in and not giving back, and maybe you are doing it in a way that is maybe not the best way for all involved. And if you do that, then it's going to bring you to the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles, as you can see, you've got these two people, and they look like they are really, really struggling through a storm. So again, with this Five of Pentacles, there's two people there, so there's more than just you involved with whatever it is that's going on, whatever it is that you are doing with the chariot and what you're advancing in, and whatever it is that you're doing with your rule, and whatever it is that you're manifesting from your thoughts. This doesn't involve just you. This is going to affect other people. And so if you go about this in the way that the magician reversed would, what's going to happen is you're going to come to some type of ruin. Those things that you were trying to manifest, those earthly things, you might get them, but they're not going to work out in the best way for you, and you might get them and lose them. Easy come, easy go. You know how it is when you've worked hard for something and you've come from a pure place, and those things seem to last forever. But when you get things um, and you're coming from maybe not the best place you could be coming from, Aquarius, then you won't be able to keep what you've gotten. And what's going to end up happening in the end is with the Judgment card as the last week of July and your outcome card. It's the Judgment card. And it just is what it is. You will be judged for whatever it is you do. You will be judged for whatever direction that you take. You will be judged for whatever it is that you put out there. You will be judged for whoever it is that you appear to be to the community, to the public. And like I said, this may be something a lot greater than just your surrounding area. You definitely are going to be affecting more than yourself. And like I said, with this Emperor, this Emperor and this Chariot, I mean, it's this is like the king on the throne, the king, and he's riding in his chariot. He has the ability to move about in any way he pleases, and people are looking up to him because he is the authority, because he has that power. He has that sense of power that everybody, just can't help but to look to and be drawn to. And with this chariot, he's moving. And so more than likely, people are going to move with him. He has the power to make people want to follow him. But if he's using that power in a deceptive way with the Magician in reverse, then eventually he's going to lose all that he's gained. And then he will be judged. And it doesn't matter that he's the Emperor. He will still be judged. People overthrow government. It's happened. And if you go about what you're trying to do with only yourself in mind, then you can be overthrown. That authority that you have can be squashed because the community is larger than you. Because the group is larger than you. Now, when you have that authority and you have that power, and if you're not ruling with an iron fist and being deceptive, then, it's just like the Pied Piper. See, that's how I see the Magician. I see the Magician as the Pied Piper when he's upright. He's still the Pied Piper when he's in reverse. He's just leading the crowd somewhere that they need not go. And he's leading them in ways that only benefits him. He doesn't have their best interest. He's only worried about him. And he doesn't care what he does to others to manifest his vision. And that, Aquarius, is what can end up having you judged. So you need to be very careful with your movement, with how you move, with how you do things. Be very careful with the power and the authority that you have over people, because you have this ability this month to manifest whatever it is that you envision. But you need to be very conscious that you are coming from a positive place and that you plan to do things that are going to be for the benefit of others as well as yourself. Don't put others in a bad position or lead them astray in order to manifest what it is that you're trying to get, because in the end, you lose it all and you'll be judged. So Aquarius, and like I said, these are 4 big major arcana. You can't shake yourself out of this. You have just really have, you got to remember that you've got an amazing amount of power this month. You've got an amazing amount of ability to bring into or to manifest what it is that you envision. Whatever it is in your head this month, you can make it tangible. You just have to stay in a pure state of mind because you've got this amazing amount of power. This amazing amount of ability. You've got the tools to do whatever it is that you need to do this month. And you've got the power behind you to move. You've got an amazing amount of power to create, to manifest, and to move. But you got to be careful about stinking thinking, because you will be judged. And with these 4 major arcana, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only thing that is optional is to whether or not you get these things, because this is the only minor arcana that you have. This is the only thing that's optionable. This is the only thing that's changeable. So you could get the things that you're trying to manifest, or you might not. This is the only thing that's optional. Everything else, the power, the movement, the ability to manifest, and the judgment, you can't avoid that. You can't avoid it. Now, if you choose to operate as the magician would if he was upright, you're still going to be judged. But it's going to be the crowd saying, hip, hip, hooray, for he's a jolly good fellow. That's the way you'll be judged. Anything that you've done, this is you reap what you sow card. You know, this is, you're going to stand before the judge and the jury. Because this is, like I said, this is not about you, only just you. This is, you've got something that's going on with those around you. And like I said, whether that's a small group or a very large group, this is definitely not just about you, Aquarius. So with all the power and the ability that you have this month, the only thing, like I said, that you have to do is to be clear in your thinking and come from a pure place, and this could turn out to be an excellent month for you. You do not understand the power that you have over those around you this month. And they're looking up to you. They see you as the authority that you are. They see you as being wise and powerful, successful. But if you lead them wrong, you're going to get judged by these same people. And then that's not going to turn out as well as you'd hoped. And so I like to use numerology, and I like to use the number to give an overall energy to the reading. So in the numerology, this adds up to, or this comes down to the number 3, which, like I've been saying the whole reading, 3 is about groups. This is about doing things within a group. This is about friendships. This is about abundance. This is about working as a team. This is about, this is about this not just being about you. This is about you and other people. So whatever it is that you do is going to affect a whole. It's going to affect a whole. It won't just be you. The 3 also says that there could be a waiting period for the success. So even though you're moving you still, if you do the right thing, you still may find yourself waiting just a little bit for that reward or that payout or that vision to manifest or that idea, that concept to be successful. And I don't think it's a long waiting period. It just says that as you move through this and as you create these things or manifest these or try to manifest these things, oh gosh, I'm tongue-tied, as you move and you try to make these things tangible, that there still might be a waiting period. And if you move deceptively, there's definitely going to be a waiting period because you're going to have to get yourself out of some hot water in order to get back to moving towards more positive things. So that's what I see for you, Aquarius. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next month.